Hi, welcome to SACU. Thanks for stopping by our virtual stall. I'd love to be able to do this in person and speak to you about some of the things that will help you make good decisions for your future. If you are clicking here really not sure what it is that you want to do, then you are absolutely in the right place. We have a career quiz that is picture-based. You just choose between a few different options over and over again, and we will then show you a range of different things personalised to you that will hopefully help you make some good decisions. We created this quiz specifically for students who really aren't sure what to do in their future, at whatever age they might be at. So you can take this quiz and it will give you personalised clouds that will show you lots and lots of different future options, whether that's in the world of work or apprenticeships or in future degree study. So take a look at some of the things we've got on offer here and have a go at our career quiz. And I'm certain that you'll find some good opportunities that you'll be able to research further and make some good decisions. You can see here that this video actually covers a tremendous amount of information that we hope you'll find useful, and you can jump in and out and just go to those bits that you really find a need to find out about. And to help you, we've built something, a free tool that's available on our SACU website, which we've called our Career Cloud Quiz, where all you do is choose between images, one after another. Whichever best represents you, you click on it, and we'll give you 4 more. And you just keep clicking, choosing whichever picture is most you, and if none of them seem to represent you, just click none of the above and keep on going. And as you click through all these different pictures, you will eventually be presented with personalised clouds, 3 different clouds that will represent future potential degree study, future jobs or future apprenticeships. And I will just run through briefly what they look like, hopefully to give you a good idea about how you can make good choices in your future. So when you've done the quiz, you'll be able to see all the different degree subjects that we have felt you are matched to. The larger ones, the ones in the centre, are those we feel are the best match. But anything that you score positively will appear here, and all of these are clickable. And if you click in to these, you'll come to a screen where you will see a number of different boxes, our grid of all the available courses that you might like to be able to study at. And there's a lot of detail here, and you can see there's a lot of information. I'm just going to briefly go through what you can actually see here on the screen. So at the top, in the green area, you're able to both filter and sort your results. So you see in the left-hand box here, there's one way you can filter things by the different ways of studying or the type of qualification, where you can list the different institutions or just list the regions where those different universities and colleges are. And on the right, you can see here there is a box where you can sort and look at them in order. We've automatically sorted them by distance, but you can go in and sort them by a range of other things. How hard it is to get in by tariff points, by institution, by future salary, by whether students like their course more. Whichever way you're most interested in, you can sort it in that way. You can also drill in and just find out a bit more information. So if you click into any of these little grids, it will take you to a page where you can see a lot more detail about each of the courses. I'll just click on one of the sections. Here it's entry information, where it will show you the range of different tariff point scores you need to be able to get into this particular course. But the most useful is really the information on that card. And I'm just going to talk through what you can see within each individual grid. So we put together a little video to explain exactly what you can see within this card. I'll just talk you through what you're seeing here. This is one of our grids. What you have at the very top is the course title and the qualification, the study mode and how long it lasts. Down the bottom is where I said earlier you can click and find more information. This is the place to bookmark it. Just click that little heart and it will tell you that now it's bookmarked. And you can also click and find the university website from within this. But there's a lot more data in here as well. So just at first glance, as you look at this, you can see that we have highlighted the tariff points, the typical tariff points that need to get onto this particular course, the student satisfaction, how many students say that they are satisfied with this course, how far away it is from you in miles, and the region of the UK that this institution is located. We also show you the potential of people in work after 6 months, and the potential salary, the average salary that people have after 3 years of studying this course. And then finally, these two bottom numbers show you the offer rate for males and females through some of the UCAS equality data. It's definitely worth your while just having a look at some of this data. It will help you as you make your decisions of where it is you want to study. Okay, and you can see here that you can switch and view your university options in a list view. So it will default to the grids that we saw, which we think are a more helpful way for you to be able to immediately see what's there. But you can, if you like, just switch at the very top up here and have a look at them in a straight list, which will again allow you to be able to filter in the same ways that we talked about before. Okay, when you've completed the Career Cloud quiz, one of the personalised clouds that you get is actually on the jobs, all the different future employment that you might have. When you do it, you might actually see on the cloud a job that you will one day do in the future. It works in exactly the same way, with those that we think are most relevant to you are centred and larger, but you can see that there are enormous range of opportunity here, and everything is clickable. So you can have a look. This one shows the example of an aerospace engineer, where you can see that there's a lot you can discover about an aerospace engineer. You can have a look at the different routes in. All these different degrees can lead you to that future career. And you can click into those degrees and it will show you things like salaries and the actual jobs people go on to. You can click in and see that. It will show you real data showing the most likely future jobs that come from having studied particular degree routes. You can go and check and see if there are apprenticeship routes into that particular career. And you can then go and have a look at labour market information, which sometimes might seem quite boring, but does actually show you the future careers that give you the best opportunity to be successful and to be continuously employed. It will also give you the predictions from the government about whether this career is one that will increase in terms of the number of roles available or decrease. You can see the likelihood of pay by different age brackets, and you can actually go in and find real life jobs, probably ones which you can't get right now, but at least you could see within this local area, are there future employment opportunities for you? And you can click into these, go straight to the Find a Job website run by the government and find some real listings for real jobs. We also show you what the career actually is. This is an example from biomedical scientist. So if you're not quite sure what that job role actually is, you can click onto it and it will show you a range of different websites where we link you to, where it will show you what the Health Careers website says about what you'll actually do as a biomedical scientist. And we link to a whole range of them, from the National Careers Service to an organisation called Planet Plus, which has got some great descriptions about the role of those particular jobs. And it links out to target jobs and graduate prospects, where you can find, again, just a lot of information about what the career actually entails, the kind of progression routes, the kind of salary data in there. So you can see, is this going to be something that you would actually like for your future? Could this be a role that you would see yourself doing on and on? The final personalised cloud that you get is our Apprenticeship Cloud, where, just like in the other two, you get to see all the different apprenticeships. And there aren't so many lines, but these are growing all the time. And you can see real life data about the opportunities for apprenticeship study and work that is out there. Apprenticeships in effect are basically where you get to earn while you learn. So you'll mostly be working and you'll then be doing some study alongside the work that you'll do, but you'll be paid. And so it's a very different experience to the university experience, but it's maybe one that is really beneficial. Through our tool, you can actually see a lot of information about what the government says about each apprenticeship line. We link you to, you can see the kind of jobs that you can get, but the most important part is we actually link you out so you can see real life apprenticeship vacancy data. So you can see the sorts of things, again, in your local area that you might want to go on and do. And you can make applications straight through that site, where you can see the kind of salaries, where you'll be based, and the kind of work that you'll be doing.
One thing to say about apprenticeships is that it's quite likely that in schools you'll have heard less about them than many of the other routes that are available to you. And there's a lot of great websites out there that are worth taking a look on. The government is very detailed. You'll find almost no pictures or anything else on there, but it will tell you all the information about all the different apprenticeships that are available. They do have a slightly more student-friendly Get In, Go Far website, which talks a little bit more about apprenticeships in a more student-friendly way. There's a Not Going to Uni website that is it's a really good one. It has a whole range of different information there if you decide that university is not for you, and their apprenticeship side is very complete. They also have a lot of detail in there about traineeships, but it's worth having a look at just to get an idea about some of the options out there for you if you decide that future study is something that you might want to push into the future or even not do at all. The Prospects website has a great page on apprenticeships that you can have a look at, and there's another site called Get My First Job, which has done a lot of work with different employees to be able to get some of their apprenticeships a bit more known and seen, and so it's worth just checking out a number of these different ones to see what is available. And I'm sure there are many other places where you can find apprenticeship information, but they are definitely worth considering. The one thing to be aware of is that it will give you a different experience, but they will pay you for it. I was at an event not that long ago where I saw a big banner stand a bit like this, and they just had one question on there, and it said, what is the difference between a degree and a degree apprenticeship? And underneath, an enormous size numbers, it just said £100,000. They basically said that they would pay you £12,500 a year for 4 years, and you wouldn't incur £50,000 of student debt. So they had said, in effect, come and work for me, we will give you a degree alongside it, and you will end up being a graduate with no debt and having been paid for 4 years. It's absolutely worth something investigating and considering, because that may be the right option for you. Okay, let's finish up today with just looking at a few things that we have given you to be able to use. There is a student area dedicated for all your research. Within this area, you can see at the top there are a number of tools that give you links to just have all your personalized content available, where you can look at your cloud results again, where you can share information, where you can look at the bookmarks that you've made. We've put a checklist together that hopefully will help you. You can write any notes and you can see your top 10. And so all those things that hopefully will be useful to you are available right at the top there under your progress. Every other tool that we have built is also available under the More section, or we put some of the popular ones at the bottom. And one thing that I want just to highlight is that we've added in the personal statement checker as a free tool for all students that hopefully will help you do the best job on your personal statements, because we know they're hard. And so use it, just have a look at some of the things that hopefully will guide you through avoiding common mistakes and doing it to the best level that you possibly can. One thing I just want to highlight here is actually that share button. So right in the middle there, you can see that we have created a way for you to share the research that you've been doing on the SACU site with those around you, especially parents, guardians, and your advisors and teachers, where you can just go in and select, I want to share this with my parents, and you give a reason of why you'd like to share it, and then it emails your parents with a link that will allow them to be able to see your personalized cloud. So they can see the sorts of things that you have been discovering, and they can click through in the ways that I've shown you that you're able to, and they can see the exact same information. And we also will share with them the bookmarks that you have made so that you can start that dialogue. It's absolutely a time where you should be trying to get as much advice and guidance from those around you, especially those who have been there and done this before. And so do share this with parents and with older siblings, with teachers, advisors and careers professionals. There's another tool I want just to sort of bring to your attention called our Alevel Match tool, where you can put in the A levels that you're currently doing, or those that if you're in year 11 you're thinking of doing, and it will show you where people have gone to study and what they've studied based on the A levels that you are currently doing. So you can click on here and it says it's found a match of people who've done that exact same combination, and it said they went on to study those particular degree courses. And you can click into these, you can find more information, but it can give you a starting point to figure out some things that you might like to do from people who have studied exactly the same as you. It's very easy to find our tools. If you Google the word SACU, we are number 1 on the rankings now. The Scottish Auto Cycle Union, who always used to beat us, are far, far down the list. You can see all of our tools and all the information, but all you really need to do is click to that login page. And once you get there, you do need to create your own profile first. There's no cost to any of this. You don't need to be signed up with the school. You don't need any passwords from the school. You can just go straight on in, create your profile, and every other time, then just click back through and use these tools as often as you would wish. And there's a separate area for teachers to be able to go in, and a couple of extra tools for them to be able to see as well. Okay, I'm just going to talk to you now about the personal statement checker, which you can find within the student area of our website. As you can see on the screen here, it's a very, very simple design. You literally paste your draft statement into the main box, and it can just be a paragraph or two or whatever you've done so far with your entire personal statement. And then you click the Save and Analyze button, and you can see on here, on the right-hand side, a number of different boxes will appear, showing you areas where you could make some improvement. And you can click on each of these, and it will show you some more detail, some guidance, and the exact issue that it has been looking for. We then recommend that once you've gone through that a few times, dealing with the common errors that may have come up, that you review it using our ABC checker, which you can click on at the top, and it will just take you through, as we spoke about earlier, to look for your activities, your benefits, and the fact that you've mentioned the course, that ABC that we talked about before. Well, hopefully it will give you a chance to review your personal statement 3 times and to highlight those areas that show that you have talked about some of the activities you've been involved in, some of the skills and benefits that you've gained, and the course that you're planning to apply for. It's a really simple tool. Just give it a go and you'll hopefully be able to get a higher class personal statement. Okay, let's talk about research now. For everything that we've discussed about the application system, really it's all about finding those courses at the heart of being able to be successful. There's a few questions that really you should start as you think about what it is you'd like to study. And number 1 is, what are you good at? And number 2 is, what are you interested in? And those 2 combined really give you the best chance. If you can find something that you're both good at and that you like, study won't feel like study for you and future work won't feel like work. If you can find things which you really enjoy and which you are good at, then you will really hit it on the head, and there are those courses out there. For some of you, you already know exactly where you want to go, and all you really need to do is know what it takes to get there. If you want to be a doctor, you have to get a medical degree. If you want to be an engineer, then you have to do an engineering apprenticeship, or you have to get an engineering degree. And for you, if you know where you want to go, you just need to find the path that will take you there. And once you've thought through some of those questions, then is the time to start looking and finding out what courses are actually out there. This is just a tiny selection of those courses that relate to chemistry. And you can see here there's a massive difference between some of these courses. You can do chemistry for drug discovery, or you can do chemistry with green nanotechnology, or you can do medicinal chemistry, or biochemistry and law, a whole range of different opportunities, and you can find the right one that will actually suit you. And there's a little screenshot of all the courses you can do alongside chemistry through one of our tools. And so just to give you an idea that even if you think you know what you want to do, it's worth just going to a bit more detail to figure out exactly the course that will match what you'd like.